Hi, this is Chrissy Incognito, and welcome to another episode of my show. Now, you might be wondering why I'm incognito. This is my alter ego that can say things that I cannot otherwise say unless I was incognito. So, thank you for returning. In order to understand more about this episode, please view the previous episodes. Happy listening. Okay, so we're picking up from where we left off with the Eric episode. Um, okay, so let's do this.
Is this an asshole? What? And then go fuck the telephone pole. Right. Like that. Oh, shut up! I hate you.
So he was quoting some kind of saying from a movie. So I'm not really sure what he was talking about. I think it's like something really obscure, but he would say this all the time. And I would always tell him how much I hated whatever this reference was.
But at the end, you can't see it, but you can just hear him. Well, that is much fun. And you have to watch that movie all along. Okay. It'll give you a few ideas. No, it will give you a few ideas, but it will never give me any. Yeah, that's right. Sure. So it's like parts of that parking lot are like all deserted. Uh-huh. Right. Now. What, you're chatting? No. Run! Oh, God! I'm funny! They're gonna be like, I'm gonna be poker here, like,
So this was another thing that Eric did when he would bring me over his two-bit apartment. Um, and he would try to be inappropriate. He would always have porn being played. And it's not like it is now where the availability is all over the place. And yeah, obviously it was known, but it was really a hush thing. And it wasn't like it is now, which was kind of a good thing, but um, that it wasn't all over the place. That's a good thing. But he would have this really explicit porn playing, and it frightened the hell out of me because I did not know what I was looking at. And I mean, I knew what it was, and I knew it was inappropriate for me to be viewing it, but it was just disgusting, It was just really, really disgusting, but, he would always have just, like, this porn playing all over the house, all over his apartment. His parents weren't home or his family wasn't home, so he would just and it would just be, like, one video after another, and I'm sure it was tame compared to what's out nowadays.
what? I said, is she an idiot or what? You're an asshole. I must be thinking about that, too. You're an asshole. Well, I have with them now. Yeah, you're both. I must be thinking about that. Thinking about what? Remember. What? Fuck it. No, I don't want to fucking think about it. You said you would. Oh, I thought you meant something else. Like what? Like your mom. I don't know. I thought you meant I was supposed to be thinking about it every second of my life, me and you.
Okay, so let me interpret that. He evidently asked me to think about, like, doing something in sexual, but it had nothing to do with sex. So he's like, "You're supposed to be fucking thinking about that." Now, I thought he was saying, "You're supposed to be thinking about fucking," and I was like, "I don't wanna think about fucking." And he's like, "No, no, no." And evidently it was, like, something a lot lighter than that. And so then I said, "Oh, I thought I was supposed to be thinking about fucking with me and you, like, with us together." It was really confusing, and I confused him and, you know but it was really a lesser thing that I was supposed to be thinking about, which I don't know what it was, but
Really got fucked up. Get it. Ah, you're so cute, Eric. Saturday and Sunday. You wish. Uh, yeah, gonna happen. Or later. Much later. Eric. My egg time is running down. Yeah, okay, you mean my egg timer? No, my egg timer. I don't have any friggin' eggs. Okay. Okay. Good. Timer. Yeah, but you got no eggs. Run it down. Okay. Okay. Um. 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 Go on. Well, we're talking my parties. Want my money? Don't let you look me up. My $100. Like, yo. You go far away. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get it, go. Mm. Hey, Bill, it's who's Bill? The other driver. No, I meant today. Yeah. My father came to pick me up. Oh, man. Um,
so he was, some sort of driver. He was a driver for a florist, uh, store, so he delivered flowers, and one of the other drivers, he lived in another town over from me. So I guess one of the drivers were coming to my town around the time I got out of school. So he's just saying like, I'm mad at him because I wanted to come and see you when you were getting out of school. And I was like, yeah, well, my father picked me up because he would just come randomly. He would just come randomly. He'd always have a parking spot and I'd look and I'd see his beat up ass car. I'll try to insert what his car looked like back then. And even back then, it was such a like disgusting car. Um, but I would see his car, and if the coast was clear, I would go to his car. If not, then I would just, obviously not go there and, get in my parents' car or whatnot. So, um, he was just talking about that. I listened to this and he's a creeper and I am so immature. I am first of all, I feel like my East Coast accent is really thick, but I am just so mature and I just it's like I can't believe I got myself into that position. Um because I made choices. I made choices that it wasn't like my home life was bad and I had nobody to turn to and I had nowhere to go or I had no support or I willingly made a choice to be with this guy. And if you can hear throughout the audio tape that I am like, go far away. And I would say things like that, and I would mean them because I didn't want anything to do with him. It was just such a confusing time, which I just completely made it worse. I Teenagers don't realize I mean, grown ass adults don't realize that they're making their situation worse, and we'll get to that with my sister, how she made her situation worse at 45, I'm 14. But it's just really, really weird. I remember trying to keep him at bay, like, physically at bay, like, I wanted kinda his company for whatever reason. I guess I wanted a boyfriend, So that I wanted, but as far as Eric himself, I was scared of him, and, I had no business being, with him, and once I was in the relationship, I realized that A, I had to constantly play defense, and B, um, I did not know how I was gonna get out of this. I mean, unlike Michael, who I was more invested in, I was not invested in Eric. Um, but I knew I was in a situation that was only gonna get worse. Um, but anyway, so let's listen to the rest of it. I don't know how much longer it is.
like getting there and other things. Yeah, and your pipes and shit like that. No, I got that last night. I'll show you my card. I'll show you where I went. Okay. That's out this morning. Okay. Buried somewhere in the smoke shop. Broadway, New York. Out in the smoke shop.
So he said something like Tony Smoke Shop. So I don't know. I didn't know that term. I, you know, until like more recently. It's like smoke shop here or smoke shop there. This is 1988. And the only way you could find it was in CD Broadway, New York before they cleaned it up. This was before they cleaned it up and it became completely overpriced.
I love doing it. Yeah, I bet you do. Thank you. I know. I gotta go back too, 'cause I didn't even have enough money to buy anything myself last night. I just went for other people, and they filled up my gas for me. Mm-hmm. I get paid for night. They don't spend no thing. It's hilarious. Hey, when you buy that shit. I was. You know. You know. Oh, come on! Trying to come reason. Well, yeah, but I can't help half of them. Well, neither can I. You're such an idiot. Yes, you can. Okay. I say, I think, fuck. I think I say it's a bad day to fuck. Huh? I say it's a bad day to fuck. Maybe it won't fuck. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I guarantee you. I promise we will not. Oh, yeah. What if I be found? That's it. I'll say child molestation. Yeah. Mhm. I'll take you to court. Alright. And I'll sue you. You'd never find me. Mm-hmm. Never get me. See, I told you you were the kind that fucked and left. Huh? I told you you were the kind that fucked and left. Well, I was going to get in trouble. That's cute. I mean, if I got you pregnant or something, I would help you out, but I mean, I was going in jail. What?
So I had to reflect on this. I'm 14. If I got you pregnant, I'd help you out. This was of the days when if you got somebody pregnant, you married them, okay? It's that's not what I'm saying. It's not that at all I would want to marry him. There's a bigger issue here. So I need to like backtrack for a moment. So Eric's background. Okay. So I wanted to go back a minute and explain a little bit about Eric's background. I was just appalled when he said, if I got you pregnant, like I'd throw you some crumbs here and there. I'd help you out. Like I said, this was the time that if something happened like that, people got married. Again, not to say that it was a right thing or a wrong thing, but at least it was something, right? As opposed to I'll just throw you a few crumbs. More like nowadays, right? So you can see how progressively it got worse now. Now it's like, you'll just be in my life, but anyway. So we'll talk about that further. But anyway, so the back his background was he was born in 1969. So he was older than me. And his mother got pregnant at, I guess, 18. And abortion did not become legal until 1973. So she decided to keep the baby, not because there wasn't other means. I mean, she could have probably found something, but I don't know. And so instead of giving the kid up or just maybe going on with her life, and I'll leave that vague, I'm just gonna have a kid, drag it around, make it feel unwanted, and, not take care of it because I have no means to take care of it. And yeah, so he told me freely that his mother was gonna abort him. Who goes around talking about this or saying this? You know, his mother was gonna abort him, chose not to. So this is what we got as a result of it. Somebody who wasn't taken care of, wasn't wanted, knew he wasn't wanted, no means to provide for him, not a stable environment, and this is what we get. So, like a good guy, oh, I won't abandon. So I don't think he ever knew who his father was. But I won't abandon you, but I'll help you out. I was appalled when I heard that. I was appalled that we are even having this conversation because I always said to him, like, you're the kind that fucks and leaves or whatever. And I said, see, I told you you're going to leave. Again, I'm a child. I'm young. I really don't understand what I'm saying or the extent of it. Um, okay.
Are you listening to this man? Yeah, not one place to hang out. With almost, right? I don't want to get fucked up the ass. I do. That was a good one, right? Yeah, we'll do it tonight. Hey, bedroom's fucking bad. I meant it as a joke, Eric. Give me. Oh, Eric, you're such an idiot. Yeah, what's that? No. All you see is two asses going up and down the car. That's disgusting. They killed little one on the bottom. Right. And a bigger one on the top.
So I wanted to say something about this. This is what's really, really interesting with the whole anal sex in the heterosexual world. In my day, if a heterosexual man wanted to have anal sex, that meant you were gay. Because to a heterosexual man in the day, I don't know, I can only talk for back in the day. I don't know now. Now it's just a taboo. It's just a big taboo that like men are obsessed about. I thank God I'm not of the generation of that because I don't even get that. Back in my day, if a heterosexual man wanted to have anal sex, that meant you were a closeted homosexual. And that was a really big insult to a heterosexual man, right? Why? Because the best thing that a guy could get was a woman's area. I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? That was the creme de la creme, right? That was like the major thing, right? That was the best thing that you could get. Why would you want an ass when you could have a woman? So it's so funny from 1988, that was like actually a real joke. If guys said they wanted to have anal sex, that basically opened them up to teasing for being gay. And for being gay for a teenage boy that's not gay is an insult, okay? So nowadays, it's all about the ass, all about, I'm like, trying to say to everybody, like in my day, that meant you were gay. And in this day, it just means a heterosexual taboo. Like, how did it go from like being completely repulsed to that's the only thing I want. They're fucking obsessed with it, and I don't even understand because it looks so painful. I always said if I was a gay male and sodomy was the only option, I'd have to turn straight. That's what I have to say about that. But that was basically the extent of the tape. Now I had to kind of cut parts out. A lot of stuff that he was saying is just sexually inappropriate to be videoing it. And then he was saying stuff that was not politically correct at all. So I had to kind of take all of that out, and it really wasn't relevant. It just wasn't relevant to anything. But so that was the Eric tape. Um, I knew it was around. It was in another closet. Yeah. So I had to go through that. And that's kind of what prompted the search. And I found all the other audio tapes. So I don't think that there's anything more, but I hope you've enjoyed the audio tapes of the assholes that I dated. And as always, happy listening.